This is a video that must be done. Now, I was on Instagram the other day, and I didn't watch the fight between Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier, or his name is yesterday. I didn't watch that fight. And I did watch a Floyd Mayweather fight because I'm a supporter of Floyd Mayweather. I'm a Floyd Mayweather fan. I like the UFC. I like Jon Jones. Israel Adesanya is okay. I think he's talented, but he's a little arrogant, but I like his style. I like the way he fight because he's a boxer. He was a kickboxer, and I did kickboxing. So I like to see kickboxers dominate the UFC sport. I like to see boxers go in there and dominate because it shows that we boxers can adapt to mixed martial arts much easier than mixed martial artists can adapt to boxing. Okay, but Jon Jones was not a boxer. He was a wrestler, but he's a beast. But I was reading a tweet this day, a post on Instagram. It made me think about the culture that is in the community with these welfare queens, with these BWs, and the simps they produce. The culture is this, is the statement that they make, and their culture is other women only fetishize you, which all women fetishize men, certain parts. That's normal. It's not black men's fault that we are the most well-endowed. We have the highest testosterone, and we are the most defined when it comes to physical attributes. When it comes to the muscle, we are the most defined. We have more muscle mass than any other race. All women have a fetish for men with those traits, typically, and we just have them. And they always use this argument that other women fetishize you. They don't really love you. They do this, they do that. And it makes it seem like these simps are so slow that they don't recognize that they're being brainwashed. And you may ask yourself, what does this have to do with the Floyd Mayweather Instagram post? Well, if you watch the Floyd Mayweather fight when he fucked up McGregor a few years ago, you will see your black queen, Rihanna, who doesn't even date you, who doesn't even date black men, was cheering for McGregor to beat Floyd Mayweather, making sure that going on her way to make her presence known that she wants to see Mayweather lose. And that's what McGregor was referring to when he said he has black female fans. That's why he said he had black female fans, and he didn't say he had black fans. He said black female fans. So you guys cannot even use this argument that BWs love you. They can relate to you the most. No. BWs can't compete with white women. They're getting their ass whooped in the UFC by white women. As the video you see on the screen right now, this is what happens to them. They can't compete with white women in anything. In modeling and UFC and any combat sports, even though this is typically a man game, but females can do this too. This is not boxing. Females actually are pretty good. With their lower body strength and their legs, if they put you in a scissor chokehold or something, they can possibly cut off your circulation and kill you. All right, their lower body strength when it comes to their thighs are pretty strong. And since a lot of UFC is wrestling, this might not be considered a male dominated sport. That specific part of it, because women have pretty strong thighs. Now, everything else, a man is physically stronger, obviously, but this is something that women can do. This is why they're pretty good at volleyball. They're good at stripping. All these things are what a woman's body is made for. So the fact that you see this BW getting dominated by this white woman, and you see black men in UFC dominating and taking over a sport that was really meant for white men who couldn't go boxing, they couldn't go pro boxing, so they had to go a different sport, and now it's getting dominated by Brazilians, which are Latinos, and some of them are mixed with black, and now it's getting dominated by black men. They're dominating these white men in this sport. Dominating them. You got Jon Jones tossing around these dudes, make them look like 9-year-old boys. 9-year-old boys. He's a grown man making these grown men look like 9-year-old boys. Okay? So the fact that you got this going on and the BWs see it, it makes them envy. It makes them envy you. They jealous of you because they cannot do the same thing with these non-BWs, especially these white women. And to make matters worse, white women are already getting the top race of their men, while they get the bottom barrel of their men. So that really makes them angry. That's why they online all day, worshiping white men and hoping that they get these Jason Popes and talking about we get powerful, resourceful white daddy. You know, that's why they online all day saying that, because this is really what's happening in the real world. All right, so this is why you see Rihanna, you see all the other BWs was cheering for McGregor when he fought Floyd Mayweather. Ever since McGregor fought Floyd Mayweather, he has never been the same. He lost 2 fights in a row. He got dominated by Khabib because he disrespected Khabib culture and his family. And I'm pretty sure it was the BWs hyping him up. Oh, you a powerful white man. You can do that. You a powerful white man. You can do whatever you want. And he got his ass whooped by Khabib, who is also white in race, but he's not white in culture. He's not white in culture at all. His culture, he doesn't even align with the westernized culture at all. And this is what made him mad when McGregor disrespected his family. He fucked McGregor up bad. And I think that really gave McGregor trauma, and he can't recover from that. I'm not no hater of any of these fighters. I'm just speaking facts. And so this is what you see with what's going on. That's why BWs hate black men. And you see Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is not a type of person to play the victim card. Never. So when he says stuff like this, he's speaking truth. He's not like one of these black men raised by these single BWs saying, the white man holding me back. No, he's not that type of person, because nobody holds you back. He had a father in his life. He had 2 father figures in his life. So he doesn't have that mindset. So when he says stuff like this, it's the truth. And you see that he's saying, okay, Conor McGregor is doing the same thing as him, but he's being praised and he's being loved, right? And what he's saying is true. And in this process, you got the woman that you claim that you want to reproduce with, that you can only see yourself with. No other woman can understand you like a beautiful black queen. Black woman, God. And guess who was supporting the same man in this situation? This is why you can't take these creatures seriously when they speak on racial injustice. Fuck their racial injustice. No one cares about your racial injustice. You're a laughable livestock. You're laughable. It's laughable to see you contradict yourself and do stuff like this and then turn around and complain about racism. And that's what Rihanna does. She turns around, she complains about racism. And this is just one example. This is what they all do. This is what they all do. This is what Candace Owens did with, who was it that? Usman. Usman beat the hell out of Kobe Covington. Dominated Usman's Nigerian. So you already know that Candace Owens had a problem with Usman because he's Nigerian, and it's because he's a black man. Y'all need to stop this war. Trying to apply this war to this gender war. Stop trying to apply the war with Africans to the gender war. Because the reason that Candace Owens had a problem with Usman was because he's a black man. She knows that Nigerians are more successful than her white men in this country that she worships. So she had a problem with Usman, and she wanted to see him lose, and he won. Okay? So this is a common trend with these BWs. And the fact that you take it the other side around, you reverse it, and you got these black simps on TikTok crying over white women complimenting them. Do you see what's going on? Do you see how stupid these dudes are? You're crying over the same woman. You're crying for the same woman. They're around here supporting these men to dominate you and beat your asses and worship these men, and you're beating their ass anyways. You see, this is something that needs to be shown to the public. This is what's going on. And you cannot make this stuff up. So I'm glad that Floyd Mayweather posted this, because it allows me to give a summary of what led up to this. It allows me to show you that you need to stop making up lies to fit your narrative, because it's not going on in the real world. You can say that someone else is a better match for you. It's not a better match for you unless you have no respect for yourself. And a lot of these black men in interracial relationships are keep winning. They're going to keep dating interracially, and they're going to basically replace BW. That's really what it's going to come down to. And I'm so glad to see it. And there's not going to be any more talking points you can use after these videos start getting out, because I'm pretty much destroying your whole talking points that you use to why we should date BWs. It's not going to work, and we're not. Because even these reasons, if I want to date the least desired woman, I don't even have a child with these BWs, because I can have other races of women. But the talking points you are using are being debunked in this video. And this is proof. This is proof. This is who they really want to win, because they don't like to see black men on top. They don't want to see black men winning. They don't want to see black men succeed. Because they know if that happens, they already can't compete with other races of women for top races of men of any race. So they know if that happens, it's going to be done for them. It's going to be over for them. And that's what's basically happening right now. And you only have the simps at the bottom of the barrel men of all races with these BWs. That's going to continue to happen. 5-10 years from now, it's just going to get worse. And you can go back to this video and you can see what I said. You can see how this is going to play out in the future. That's all I got to say. I'm out.